91.3 WYEP. We're live and direct with Matt Pond, PA. The new album Winter Lives is out now, and they're performing at Club Cafe tonight. So before we dive into talking about this new album, let's go back. Let's go back to your roots.
How far back?
Not too far back. So you're living in Brooklyn these days?
I live in Kingston, New York
these
days. I lived in Brooklyn for a long time, but it's expensive. So I love where I live, and it's a lot less expensive.
Where is it located in terms?
It's 2 hours north of the city on the Hudson. It's beautiful, right in the Catskills.
You're originally from New Hampshire?
Yes.
But the band started in Philly in 1998?
Yes.
98.
There's a lot of motion in this stuff that we do, so yeah, moving around all the time.
So what originally brought you to Philly?
I mean, it was a beautiful, gritty city, not unlike Pittsburgh, and it was a great place to start playing music and just. I mean, I didn't even really think I would ever be here in front of you or on the radio doing this. It was just kept going and going. But I mean, yeah, Philly.
Yeah. Well, you've talked about before how you don't really keep track of how many albums the band has out. It's like countless.
There's too many.
And that you instead like to work in album cycles. Does this have anything to do with the band lineup constantly changing?
I mean, sure. It's a seasonal thing. It's a personal thing. I mean, people have lives, and their lives are constantly changing. To expect that we're all going to get married together here on the radio and stay together or in a band or anything, I think is just kind of difficult to imagine or pull off.
Right.
You know?
So the new album, Winter Lives. In writing this album, you tried to write songs about uncovering the beauty and pain of surviving the winter. How was this theme initially inspired?
I mean, you all have winter in Pittsburgh. It hurts. It hurts. By the end of January, there's no more presents or joy, and then, you know, your fingers turn blue, and you know your body chafes, and getting through it is you know, I wanted to think of it more as something amazing that we survived this, rather than something where by March we're just willing to go anywhere to get away from it, you know? So
are there themes of your childhood on this album? Like in that first song?
This is my family, these are my friends. I mean, there's a lot of New Hampshire stuff. I don't throw myself down hills wildly anymore. I just shovel my sidewalk and mumble.
So revisiting childhood themes, it seems like that was something that you were revisiting on the last record, but sort of in like a different kind of way. It was more like light on the last album.
On The State of Gold?
Yeah.
The State of Gold was just about conquering doubt in my mind. I mean, everything kind of, it's funny, as the further I get older, the more I think that I saw things clearly when I was younger, and had just better first impressions, took everything in, understood it better. Oh, this is a terrible story. But yeah, I mean, it pulls from that, but this is more specific, more images, more moments.